Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Library Class at Home with Mr. S. I hope you're having a great week. Hey, tomorrow starts spring break. How cool is that? Spring break is a wonderful time, and the weather should be really nice, so I hope you guys get a chance to go outside a little bit and enjoy it. Remember to stay at least 6 feet away from other people to stay safe, but that doesn't mean you can't go outside and run around a little bit. Now, there's a holiday coming up during spring break. Now, some of you may celebrate it, some of you may not, just like all holidays. Some people celebrate holidays, some people do not. This holiday is called Easter, and I thought I would take a minute to tell you about how I celebrate it. I celebrate it with my family. Usually Easter morning we wake up and my children run around to see if the Easter Bunny has left them anything. Usually the Easter Bunny leaves them a basket full of goodies and then hides eggs all over the house and all over the yard, and we spend a long time finding them. Then usually we have a big meal and our family comes from all over the place to visit us. But this year we're not having anybody over. So we're still going to have a big celebration, but it's just going to be me and Mrs. S and our 3 children. Usually we dye Easter eggs. But I'll tell you what, I am having a hard time finding eggs. I went to the store to buy some, and there were none at the store. So if I can't get some eggs before Easter, what we're going to do instead is we're going to cut eggs out of white paper, and with crayons we'll decorate them. It won't quite be the same, but it will still be fun, and I'll be doing it with my family, and that's what holidays are all about. So that's how I celebrate Easter. Now, maybe some of you celebrate Easter, maybe some of you do not. The story I have for you today is called The Story of the Easter Bunny, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know if it's the real story of the Easter Bunny, but it is a story about an Easter Bunny. So we're going to check this out, and here we go. The Story of the Easter Bunny, written by Katherine Tegen and illustrated by Sally Ann Lambert. All right. On a snow-cold day, in a snug little house, a round old couple were making Easter eggs. The round old man blew the insides out, and the round old woman painted designs on some of the eggs. The rest they dyed in glass cups, while their little rabbit watched. There were eggs the color of daffodils. There were eggs the color of soft new leaves. There were eggs the color of robin eggs and of violets. Then one day, when the winter winds blew outside, the round old couple made baskets out of straw. They wove and twisted and braided the straw together while their little rabbit watched. On an early spring day when the snow was melting and the water trickled down the eaves, the round old couple made chocolate eggs. The round woman melted the chocolate and the sugar and the butter on the stove. The round old man poured the chocolate into tiny molds, and their little rabbit watched. One day when the sky was blue and the church bells rang, and the world seemed new, everyone in the village said, "Happy Easter." The round old couple brought every child a straw-filled basket filled with Easter eggs. They did this every year, and the little rabbit watched. Oh boy, new book always equals sticky pages. A year went by and Easter came again, and the straw baskets were on the table, and the Easter eggs were in a big bowl, and the chocolate eggs were carefully wrapped in foil. But the round old couple were fast asleep. There was still work to be done. The little rabbit twitched his nose. Then he hopped up onto the table and put the eggs into the basket. Why, it was magic. The little rabbit scooped up the baskets and hopped down the lane. He left one for every child in the village. He didn't think that anybody saw him. The next year, the rabbit colored the eggs and cooked the chocolate and wove the basket and delivered them again on Easter morning. The little rabbit made more baskets every year, and the round old couple helped him. The little rabbit hopped all over the countryside, and the children knew that the Easter Bunny came. One year, the round old couple could not help the little rabbit anymore. They were so very, very old. The rabbit knew he could not stay in their snug little house anymore. Too many children were discovering his secrets. So the little rabbit found the perfect place to make his baskets in a shadow-filled wood nearby. Only a rabbit could find the entrance. The rabbit set up one room for making chocolate eggs, and one room for coloring eggs, and one room for weaving baskets. The little rabbit's friends came to help him. Now, every year on Easter morning, when the sky is blue and the church bell rings and the world seems new, the Easter Bunny delivers his baskets. And that, boys and girls, is the end of my story. I sure hope you enjoyed hearing it, and I sure hope you have a lovely Easter, or if you don't celebrate Easter, a lovely spring break. Drop a message to me on my Google Classroom page and tell me how you're planning to celebrate Easter or celebrate spring break this year. And I hope you are safe, and I hope you have a happy spring break. Remember, keep those hands washed, and I'll see you when spring break is over.